Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. I hope everybody survived the dump this morning. I know that it was quite the emotional ride. I hope that you kept your cool and you didn't panic sell into it. I know that it's hard to control emotions when these type of things are happening. So today's video is going to be on Bitcoin and ETH. We're going to talk about this correction and we're going to talk about what they need to do to recover and continue this bull run. So starting out on Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, I talked about in my prior videos that I did not want to see us break the 50. We have broken the 50. So that's the first check mark on the box that I'm not too happy with, let's say. Is it telling me that there's no chance of recovery and this is the top? No, it's not telling me that. Now we have come down into the 40-ish level, about where we were over here. So let's talk about this prior drop, and I've talked about this in my prior videos, but I want to go over it again. So when we got to the top in 2017, we had this initial drop to the downside. At that point, we had a V-type cut here, basically a bounce that was a big buy up like we see here. And we had a chance for this market to recover and make a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 and continue. But that's not what happened. What happened was we had the bounce to the upside, but what we created was a correction, which was a flat. When that happened, we needed a partner for this drop, and we got the partner. So with that being said, the same thing happened here. If I go down on a daily time frame, just like this correction, it corrected down into the prior fourth wave. This one corrected down into the prior fourth wave, and then it created a flat correction, and then it needed a partner. So right now, where we stand, we have come down into the prior fourth wave, just like we did here, and just like we did here. What it does next is most important. What we don't want, so the prior correction top in 2017, it came to the 0.5. And then the run up that we had, that little bull run afterwards, it recovered to the 618. What we don't want to see is this create an A that could come all the way up there, a B, and a C. Okay, that's one correction that it could make. It could make a zigzag, which is an A, B, and a C. But this is, we don't want a correction. We don't want a three-wave move. Because if we get the three-wave move, then we're going to get a partner like this to the downside. If this happens, this bull run is over. So it's all going to depend on what it does here. Now, if it drops down a little further and then decides to take off impulsive, okay. But when it bounces, which it's already bounced, and we'll talk about this bounce, but we need it to make an impulse wave, not a correction. So let's go down a little further. Actually, let's go all the way down and take a look at what's going on. Okay, so we've got this V-cut bottom. That's what we want. We want a big bounce. This looks like a possible diagonal, and on ETH it looks a little better. So with that being said, this could be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. I don't like it. It doesn't look right, but on ETH it looks a little better. Okay? And when we get there, you'll see what I mean. Now, with this being a diagonal, even if it may not even be a diagonal, it doesn't look too good. We have the potential of an A, a B, and a C, and we roll over. Or we have the potential to make our wave 1, our wave 2, and then we get a 3, a 4, and a 5, and that's just the first leg of us recovering and going up. So what do? Well, every time, if this rolls over and it breaks the bottom, okay, right there, if it breaks the bottom, every time it rolls over and makes a new low, you're going to be looking for a 5-wave move. And then on the pullback, and this is not financial advice, would be where you would take a chance. Stop loss at the bottom. Is it going to roll over again? It could. Could definitely roll over again and break the bottom. Or this could be a diagonal and the start of something. We don't have any, we've wiped out, let's see. Well, the 4-hour, we have, let me get this off here. This pen. Okay. The 4-hour, we have bullish divergence. The 8-hour, we do not. And the 1-hour, the 1-hour has moved very quickly, and it's bonking its head on the 50. So it's bonking its head on the bullish territory zone. And it's moved much faster than price and has given us not quite bearish divergence yet, but it's moving faster than price is. So the chances of this rolling over definitely could happen. But I've told you what you need to look for if it does. Let's move over to ETH. ETH has the same big buy up. We do have a lot of support underneath ETH here. We have support coming in this block, and we broke through that block. So as we come back up, this is going to be resistance now. Let's move down to, we can take a look at the RSI on the weekly time frame. Oh, no, this is the daily. Let's take a look at the weekly. Okay, on a weekly time frame, we have not hit the 50 yet. And looking at it like this on the weekly time frame, the dump doesn't look that bad. It's come into the prior wave 4, just like Bitcoin. So I don't want to see it break this bottom block. I don't want to see it break this bottom block. And I want to see it make a recovery of a 5-wave move. That's what we need to see. Let's go down to the lower time frame. Now ETH looks better as the potential diagonal. But diagonals can be A waves or they can be a wave 1. So we have the same potential going on here. That this ends up being an a B, and a C to the upside, and we roll over again. Or a wave 1, a wave 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's what we want to see. So either way, when this comes down, we should get a partner for this to the upside. And that's when we'll have to see what it does. Can it roll over? Yes, it can, because there's a lot of panic in the air right now. Even though this looks like a potential diagonal, doesn't mean that it necessarily is 100% a diagonal. So can it roll over and break the low? Yes, it can. But if it does, you will be looking for the same exact thing, a 5-wave move. And then, not financial advice, the pullback would be your potential entry point. So I hope this gave you some clarity. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Again, on Bitcoin, this has not broken where a 4th wave would usually hit yet. If we break this bottom here at 30,000, then I'm going to be concerned that this bull run is over. If we can hold this and hold this bounce, or even maybe if we come down and close this candle lower and then bounce, we have a potential to give us our 5th wave to the upside. But I don't want to see us break in this 30,000 mark. We break it and I will really be thinking this is a top. So I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments. And try to control your emotions. For you, the holders out there, one last thing. For you holders out there, you will get some type of bounce. You will get a bounce eventually. Whether we come down a little lower and then bounce, or we bounce here, you will get some type of bounce, and that's when you de-risk. Okay. Take care out there and trade safely. Everybody have a great day.